Hey, all you Joes and Janes, AdeptusCast here. Well, I'm just getting through reading the books from my comic book day haul, and I gotta say, White Knight by far is the best one out of the bunch. Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the Silencer. Honored Guest, I've read through the first two, and she is a intriguing character. But White Knight, I'm going to cover that one first, is absolutely, it's one of the best stories I've read. Essentially, as I was going through it, Batman turns out to be the bad guy, Joker turns good. Now, I've heard that phrase used, the reversal of Batman and Joker, before when watching reviews on Batman White Knight, but reading it and seeing it in action was just absolutely amazing. A lot of the art itself reminds me of Bruce Timm's the animations that you saw on the old WB network. It's absolutely cool. You see a couple of panels where you have artwork from that harkens back to the various movies that have come out over the years. Jack Nicholson's Joker, of course the Harlequin that you see inside of the animation itself, and it just looks so nostalgic, but it's got this sepia tone to it. And as I was going through it, I just realized that this was a really well done story. It's short, of course, and this of course is the free, the Batman Day version, not the free comic book day version, but it was free, which is what's outstanding, and I know that was designed just to get you hooked into the series, and it worked brilliantly. And the last panel, I have to say, is by far the best. And it's kind of a reveal of why it's called White Knight, and man, I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but if you have a chance, get into the White Knight series. I know I'm behind on the times with it, but like I said, I think in some previous videos, that I'm just getting back into comics, and I have to say, DC, I'm glad I made the switch to you. Now, as for the Silencer, that one is absolutely outstanding. It's simple, but you know, it's dealing with the underworld, really, of the DC universe. Yeah, it's a Dark Knight's Metal imprint, so it's got a darker tone, almost like Vertigo comics back in the day. And what I really liked about the character Honored Guest is that you get this really high-tech assassin who's part of this underground society, who's fallen off the reservation so far and tried to move on from it, but she gets pulled back into this underworld. And they have awesome names. Code names really are what they are. And it's a different take on the idea of a superhero story, really. But this is a darker, much more detailed one. I mean, you have a character who's just basically living blood inside of a mechanical body, which seems to be a common theme in this book series. And then you have just like supermarkets being used as underground purchasing neutral areas for high-tech assassins, and the suit the Honored Guest has is just absolutely amazing. You have her ability to just silence everything around her, and her application of it's amazing. It's just such a well-done story, and I can't wait to get more into it. I don't have issue 3, so I did not read issue 4, but Silencer is another recommended book of mine. Basically, I don't have anything really bad. I did not get to Batman and Robin, but I wanted to get something out there while I was sitting here reading after a long, hard day of schooling and more schooling. So if you have the opportunity, please make sure you get your hands on these books. Now, a little bit of a happy news update for myself. I've lost weight now. I've been my heaviest, really. Almost 300 pounds. And I'm down from that to 257. And I'm doing that mostly without working out. Although I am in a trade program, so that might have something to do with it. And I, of course, am eating just so much better. So that all combined finding some comic books that I can really enjoy, going to trivia night and winning that awesome Rat-Finks style Batman pin. It's just been a wonderful couple of weeks for me. I'm just absolutely happy. Now, I haven't fully talked about before, but I'm a former white-collar guy working in the sales arena, in the tech industry, in the retail industry, and it didn't work out for me. So for some reason, me getting into the trades and working with my hands, getting an internship, failing at it, but getting back up onto my feet, it was really, really something else that helped me sort of along this path of finding my true calling, which was, enjoying my life, being a blue-collar guy, and getting in touch more with that old side of me, in which I was a nerd who enjoyed comic books and didn't really care what other people thought. And frankly, I don't care anymore. I just want to be myself. And I'm here on the interwebs, whatever platform you're watching me on, just having a good time bringing you this awesome stuff. Comic books are just absolutely amazing. Now, one more thing too. There's been some interesting developments in another part of the nerd world. Andrew Wilson, the EA CEO, man, oh man, that guy. So he defied essentially Belgium's ruling on loot boxes, and now you got 16 countries, which I think Finland was the first one getting on about the whole gambling as a service that they've been pushing. And a couple of companies like Steam and I forget which other ones, 2K, have totally taken loot boxes out. EA defied it, said we disagree with that, and they have, of course, the ESRB, the ratings board, on board with that. But this is a whole new development in the world of nerding, because that's something that's never happened before. I mean, you have essentially someone who has been using gamers as a source of income without providing us an actually proper, good game, killing our franchises that we absolutely loved. And now he's getting a little slap from the government. Now, I'm not really one for overly regulating things, but hey, it's interesting to see. I'm a little bit of the type of person who likes to sit back and watch the storm before the epic, what's that thing inside the tornadoes called? Not tornadoes, but hurricanes. The eye of the storm, and then everything gets more crazy again. So this is an exciting time, really, to get into this stuff, be on the interwebs, bringing you all this wonderful news. Now, I have been working on learning a little bit more on some editing software that I have, as well as some VFX software. Now, traditionally, with my gaming videos that I have, which I'm trying to upload them to everything I have, but honestly, some of the footage, I'm not really sure where it all is. I wasn't exactly organized and tidy with my outside drive, but I have a 3 terabyte drive that I plugged into the USB 3.0 ports on my computer, which I love. This ZDAX PC that I purchased. It's absolutely wonderful. It's been a great boon, and I got it specifically for video editing, so I'm putting a lot of work into that, and a lot of the stuff I've done is just here on my cell phone. So I'm hoping to get a little bit more edited video style stuff that's not so freeform, that's more scripted, so I can get out a little bit more content a little bit faster, a little bit quicker, and a little bit more controlled and better for you guys, because that's what I want to do. I want to bring you awesome videos and awesome content so you can enjoy your day and just get into this wonderful world of exploration, into the devotions that people put into their hobbies. I mean, it's not just about really gaming and news, comics, it's technology, all that jazz. Really, it's just enjoying the brilliancy and creativity that humanity has. And I think that's really what it is to be a nerd or a geek, or just someone who is into these various interesting things that humanity has created. But anyway, that's all for now. Until next time, I'll see you in in my next video. Adeptus Azul out. Hey, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please follow me on Mine's Twitter, Instagram, and let me know what you thought. What's your takeaway? Have you seen or read about anything I talked about? If you have an opinion, let me know. I'd like to have a discussion with you. Anyways, until next time, love you all.